Here's a side dish that is both colorful and very easy to make, crispy topped vegetable casserole. And here's how we do it. We're going to start by cutting our vegetables. I need 2 carrots. I'm going to cut the stems and cut them in pieces about 2.5 to 3 inches long, and recut every piece in half. Now when I get to the top of the carrots, I'll cut them in 4 because they're thicker. And I'll cook them in a saucepan. So place them in and pour some water over it. I'll pour some water maybe 3 inches higher than the carrots. I'm putting this much water in the saucepan because I'll be cooking more vegetables in it later on. Now for the cauliflower, I need about 2 cups. That's probably half. Now of course I need to remove the core. And I'll cut every piece in small little bouquet like this. The cauliflower are ready. And now it's been 5 minutes that the carrots have been cooking. I'm going to add all the cauliflower and some broccoli. I have 2 cups of broccoli. We'll make sure they're cooking in the water. I'm going to cover, but leaving the lid slightly ajar, and continue cooking for 5 more minutes. In the meantime, we'll start cooking the sauce or making the sauce. I need 1 tablespoon of butter. And when it's melted, I can add 1 onion chopped. I'm going to let the onions cook for about 5 minutes. I think the vegetables are ready. I have a buttered casserole dish, and I'll take the vegetables, drain them well, and add them to the casserole. The vegetables are perfect, nice bright colors. I'll spread them evenly and reserve it for later. Let's go back to our sauce. Now the onions are perfectly cooked. I'm going to add some pepper, a pinch of salt, and some butter. Now it's time to add just a bit of flour. This will thicken the sauce. Now I'll take the time to cook the flour for about 2 minutes and make sure all the onions are nicely coated. I think it's time to add some milk. I'm going to stir well to make sure there's no lumps. You'll see as soon as the milk boils, the sauce will become nice and creamy and thicker. Now that the sauce has cooked for about 2 minutes, I'll reduce the heat and add some cream cheese. This will make the sauce quite rich. And I'll just stir to melt the cheese. The cream cheese is melted. I'll turn the heat off, and I can pour this sauce over the vegetables. And I'll make sure they're nicely coated. Perfect. I've preheated the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll bake the casserole for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes in the oven, it's now time to remove the casserole dish and do the topping. So I'll need some breadcrumbs, some Canadian Parmesan cheese, and some melted butter. And it's quite simple. You just have to mix the ingredients together and place it on top of the vegetables. So you spread it evenly, just like that. And I'll Put it back in the oven to make sure the topping is nice, crispy, and golden brown for about 10 to 15 minutes. This casserole looks so appetizing and beautiful. It's the perfect side dish that you bring straight from the oven to the table. Bon appétit!